In this video, we'll embark on a journey to discover about 13 songs from the 60s you forgot were awesome. The 1960s, the decade that gave us moon landings, bell-bottoms, and timeless music. At the time, solo artists like Nancy Sinatra and Bob Dylan were producing songs more quickly than you could say far out, and bands like the Turtles and the Temptations dominated the charts. However, some real gems get buried in the mix since there are so many incredible tunes available. We're going to bring out 13 overlooked gems from the 1960s that are well worth listening to again now. Let's journey back in time and discover the enchanted legacy of the 1960s. Number 1. These Boots Are Made for Walking. Nancy Sinatra.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Believe it or not, some truly iconic songs can fade from the forefront of our memory. Nancy Sinatra's These Boots Are Made for Walkin' is a prime example. Released in 1966, the song became a feminist anthem with its empowering message and Nancy's signature cool vocals. The inspiration for the song came from an unexpected source. Songwriter Lee Hazelwood, known for his collaborations with Nancy, took a line from a Frank Sinatra movie, "They tell me boots ain't built for walkin'," and completely flipped the script. One interesting fact is that Hazelwood originally intended to sing the song himself, but decided that Nancy's voice would give it the edge it needed. These Boots Are Made for Walkin' became a massive hit, yet it can sometimes get overshadowed by other classics from the 1960s. This song's message of independence and strength is timeless, making it a forgotten gem waiting to be rediscovered. It's like finding a vintage pair of go-go boots in your grandma's attic. Timeless and still stylish. Number 2. Son of a Preacher Man. Dusty Springfield. Dusty Springfield's Son of a Preacher Man was released in 1968, and the song became an emblem of soulful storytelling with Dusty's smooth, sultry vocals. The song was initially offered to Aretha Franklin, but Dusty Springfield's rendition turned into a hit. Written by John Hurley and Ronnie Wilkins, the song tells the story of a young woman's infatuation with the local preacher's son, intertwining themes of love, innocence, and temptation. Interestingly, Springfield was hesitant to record the song, feeling it might be too bold, but it ended up being one of her most iconic hits. Son of a Preacher Man climbed the charts, yet it often gets overshadowed by other hits of the era. This song's blend of soulful melody and evocative lyrics remains powerful, making it a forgotten treasure that deserves to be celebrated anew. Discovering this track is like unearthing a classic vinyl record at a garage sale, timeless and still resonant. Number 3. Crimson and Clover. Tommy James and the Shondells. Disregard the typical suspects from the 1960s. A 1968 single by American rock group Tommy James and the Shondells is a hidden treasure titled Crimson and Clover. The entire theme of the song is the sensation your heart gets when you see someone important. One fascinating detail is that Tommy James recorded the vocals through a guitar amplifier to create the song's distinctive sound. The song's unique, dreamy quality was inspired by James' love for his high school sweetheart. It makes sense why it became such a huge hit and topped the US and Canadian charts. Why then may you not have heard Crimson and Clover as often in the past few years? Indeed, there was an abundance of amazing music during the 1960s. Sometimes undiscovered gems like this one get overshadowed by other artists' big hits. Listening to it is like being enveloped in a colorful, psychedelic haze that transports you back to a more innocent, love-struck time. Number 4. Time of the Season. The Zombies.
It's the time of the season.
The Zombies, a British rock band from the 60s, are often remembered for their hit, She's Not There. But in 1968, they released a hauntingly beautiful song called Time of the Season. This song wasn't an immediate hit. Written by Rod Argent, it features smooth vocals, a memorable bass line, and an eerie organ solo, capturing a psychedelic vibe that was unique for its time. Though it didn't initially gain much traction, Time of the Season eventually became a classic, known for its hypnotic rhythm and evocative lyrics. The song's laid-back, dreamy quality makes it a timeless piece that deserves to be remembered. Interestingly, the band had already broken up when the song finally climbed the charts, highlighting its enduring appeal. Listening to it feels like stumbling upon an old photograph that still tells a vivid story. Number 5. Happy Together, The Turtles.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night.
The Turtles, a 60s rock group, delivered a different kind of sunshine with their 1967 smash hit, Happy Together. This song is pure feel-good pop magic, with its catchy melody, playful lyrics about daydreaming about your crush, and the band's signature harmonies. Happy Together is an instant mood booster. Interestingly, the song was turned down by multiple artists before the Turtles decided to record it. It became the band's only #1 hit in the US, making them national stars. The 60s were a decade overflowing with iconic music. Big hits from other artists sometimes overshadow hidden gems like this one. Also, the band disbanded soon after, overshadowing the song more. It's the kind of song that makes you want to dance around your living room, much like you might have in a 60s sock hop. Number 6. Season of the Witch.
When I look out my window.
Forget the usual classics from the 1960s. Another hidden gem from that era is Season of the Witch by Donovan, released in 1966. This song captures the mysterious and surreal atmosphere of the time with its haunting lyrics and hypnotic melody. The eerie, psychedelic feel of Season of the Witch resonates with the uncertainties and curiosities of the 60s counterculture. Although it didn't climb as high on the charts as some of Donovan's other hits, its unique sound and evocative imagery have earned it a lasting place in music history. Interestingly, the song's dark, brooding vibe was inspired by Donovan's experiences with the changing social landscape of the 60s. The song's moody, trippy vibe is like opening a portal to the strange and wonderful world of the 60s, reminding us of an era filled with creativity and experimentation. Number 7. I Want You Back, The Jackson 5. The Jackson 5's I Want You Back, released in 1969, is a prime example. This song wasn't just catchy, it was history-making. The first single by a group including the super talented, then 11-year-old Michael Jackson, to debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. What many people don't know is that the song was originally titled I Want to Be Free and was intended for Gladys Knight and the Pips. I Want You Back became an anthem for anyone missing someone special. So why might this song not be at the forefront of your mind? The Jackson 5 went on to release even bigger hits later, overshadowing this gem. But I Want You Back is a timeless reminder that sometimes you gotta fight for what you love. It's like finding a classic toy you used to play with, full of joyful memories and pure fun. Number 8. Different Drum, The Stone Ponies featuring Linda Ronstadt. Another often overlooked classic from the 1960s is Different Drum by the Stone Ponies featuring Linda Ronstadt. Released in 1967, this song might surprise you with its blend of folk rock and pop elements. Written by Mike Nesmith of the Monkees, the lyrics talk about individuality and the importance of following your own path, rather than conforming to societal expectations. While the song achieved moderate success, it was Linda Ronstadt's powerful and emotive vocals that truly made it stand out. Interestingly, Nesmith originally wrote the song with a more country vibe, but Ronstadt's interpretation brought a fresh, dynamic energy to it. However, over the years it's been somewhat overshadowed by Ronstadt's later solo hits and other 60s classics. Different Drum remains a timeless anthem for anyone who feels out of step with the crowd. It's a hidden treasure just waiting to inspire someone to march to their own beat again. Number 9. Let the Sunshine In, The Fifth Dimension. The Fifth Dimension, a soulful vocal group, brought sunshine and positivity with their 1969 hit, Let the Sunshine In. The song's message is simple yet powerful. Embrace the good times and spread happiness. What many fans may not realize is that the song is actually part of a medley from the musical Hair, which reflects the counterculture movement of the time. Marilyn McCoy's beautiful vocals and the band's tight harmonies create a feel-good anthem that's impossible not to sing along to. It even topped the charts for weeks. The 60s were overflowing with incredible music, and sometimes truly great songs get overshadowed. But Let the Sun Shine In is a timeless pick-me-up, a forgotten gem waiting to brighten your day. Number 10. God Only Knows. The Beach Boys. The Beach Boys surprised everyone in 1966 with a beautiful song called God Only Knows. Brian Wilson, the band's mastermind, poured his heart out with gorgeous melodies and complex harmonies. The lyrics are a heartfelt declaration of love, and it was one of the first pop songs to use the word God in its title, which was considered controversial at the time. Paul McCartney has even called it his favorite song of all time. God Only Knows became a critical darling, but maybe not a radio smash. The Beach Boys were known for catchy pop tunes, and God Only Knows is a more nuanced gem, but its beauty and emotion are timeless, making it a forgotten masterpiece waiting to be rediscovered by anyone who appreciates a truly heartfelt song. Number 11. Like a Rolling Stone. Bob Dylan. In 1965, Bob Dylan, a folk music hero, sent shockwaves through the music world with Like a Rolling Stone. This song explodes with electric guitars and Dylan's raspy vocals, painting a picture of someone down on their luck, lost and alone. The lyrics are sharp and cynical, asking tough questions about wealth, fame, and what it means to be lost. One interesting tidbit is that the song's length, over 6 minutes, was highly unconventional for radio at the time, but it wasn't for everyone. Some fans preferred Dylan's folk roots. Because it was so different, it challenged expectations and paved the way for a new kind of rock music. But Like a Rolling Stone remains a powerful and timeless anthem. Number 12. I Can't Explain. The Who. The Who, legendary for their wild stage shows and Pete Townshend's windmill guitar moves, burst onto the scene in 1965 with a song that perfectly captured teenage confusion. I Can't Explain. It became a hit, but The Who went on to even bigger, louder things. A lesser-known fact is that Jimmy Page, who would later become famous with Led Zeppelin, played guitar on this track. So this gem might get overlooked by their later anthems, but I Can't Explain is a timeless reminder of those awkward teenage years. A forgotten treasure waiting to be rediscovered by anyone who's ever felt lost in their own emotions. Number 13. Shangri-La. The Kinks. The Kinks, known for their catchy pop tunes and rebellious spirit, hit a little gem in their 1969 album. This song is a deep look at the British working-class dream, a comfortable suburban life. Ray Davies' vocals drip with sarcasm as he describes a man stuck in a boring routine. His only escape? The flickering light of the TV. Shangri-La wasn't a huge hit, overshadowed by the Kinks' other work, but it's a clever and timeless song, a forgotten gem that makes you think twice about the perfect life. Interestingly, the song was inspired by Davies' observations of the suburban lifestyle that many aspired to, yet found ultimately unfulfilling. As we close this musical journey, let these songs take you back to the days of lava lamps, vinyl records, and the unmistakable scent of old books. Revisit the times when the world seemed a bit simpler, the colors a bit brighter, and the music a bit more magical. Embrace the nostalgia and let these hidden gems of the 1960s remind you of the beautiful memories and timeless melodies that still resonate today. Until next time, keep the spirit of the 60s alive in your hearts and playlists.